Hey everyone, welcome back for another first-person point of view gardening video featuring my disembodied hand floating out here for gesturing and pointing at things. So today I want to continue off of my previous video where I talked about the poor soil that I mixed up in these beds. Once everything is done growing here at the end of the season, I will actually go ahead and amend this soil. So I'll do another video about that when I do it and talk more in depth about it. But for the purpose of this video, just know that this soil is not providing a healthy environment in which the plants can grow roots and find water and nutrients and everything they need to be healthy. Some things are doing okay, but the things that I want to show you today are the things that are suffering the most, and they have severe nutrient deficiencies, growth problems, signs of inconsistent watering. Even though I've been out here regularly trying to make sure they get enough water, it's just draining through too quickly and just disappearing. So everything looks pretty terrible. So I have a bunch of things to show you, so let's get to it. The cucumbers look pretty awful here. They have lost a lot of their lower leaves. This soil, you can see just how much this is sunk down because it was so light. I filled it up close to the top. It settled down a lot there. And we had peas here before that also didn't do very well, and they got pecked apart by birds. This whole bed is probably in about the worst shape of all of them. And the cucumbers, well, we got one at the beginning of the season that was delicious, and all the other ones since then have been completely inedible. They start off looking okay, but after a little bit of time, they look like this. And yes, this is quite yellow because I just haven't bothered to pick these off the vine and all, because, as I said, I know that they have been really, really bitter, and we don't even want to eat them. So mostly, aside from the yellowing, it's the shape of it that is a concern, and of course the flavor. I'm not sure if this is a blossom end rot or something like that, but really there's nothing we can do with this, so sorry buddy, see you next year. The pole beans are right next to the cucumbers, and they are producing some beans, and they still taste okay, but they have some serious mildew problems on the lower leaves. The leaves are curled in on themselves and not forming correctly. And the plants are not as tall as they should be. They should be getting all the way up to the top of that trellis. Next to those are the tomatillos, and we still have not been able to get any of those because they start off growing nice and green, and then just before ripening, they turn yellow like this. This one also split on us, so we haven't been able to try any of those yet. Also, I don't know whose dumb idea it was to plant these right in the path here, so it's kind of a pain to get through there. Oh yeah, I did that. The tomatoes, well, where are they? Basically, this hybrid is the only one that's still producing, and it's the healthiest looking, probably because it actually was bred for some disease resistance and everything, but otherwise they all look terrible. I mean, you can hardly see any leaf growth on them, so they're not getting the energy that they need to produce. So that's a sad one. And the dill, well, it was here. Oh, those pesky rabbits. And this here was another dumb idea. I planted wildflowers right in the middle of our square foot garden bed. They got a lot taller than I expected. I was just trying to add some flowers in there to help things out. But I think a better spot for growing some wildflowers and pollinators will be that area outside the garden. I'd like to set up a designated patch out there next year for stuff like that. And lastly, we have the raspberries. One of these years we will actually get a good harvest from these. So we had tons of rain in May, and it just sat here in water for days on end, and so I thought maybe I should try hilling up some soil around here, and some of that might help their growth a little bit, but I also don't want to bury the new canes that are trying to come up here, so I thought actually I could dig a little bit of a moat around the perimeter and add more wood chips all around here and fill up the moat with wood chips so that all of that would help to soak up the water. Just an idea. I'll try that out and see if that helps a little bit. Well, that hurts, but let's try to end it on a good note. We've gotten lots of green chilies, which are delicious. Jalapenos. The bell peppers are finally starting to ripen. Swiss chard has been excellent. The kale is always a winner, although it is fighting with the wildflowers. And we've still got Brussels sprouts and some cauliflower on the way. And then I planted some more edamame, some more kale and peas along the fence, and our fall broccoli. So overall, it's been a rather tough year, but I've learned a lot, and the best I can do is turn that around into trying to have a better harvest next year. So thanks for watching. Be sure to check out my other videos, and if you like what I'm doing, please click that subscribe button and the little bell icon next to it to make sure you get notifications for future videos. And I'll see you next time. Thanks.